Look how beautiful that is. So I have a vision, a vision for these. In a Pinterest picture that has just been living rent-free in my mind. And so I want to recreate it. That's pretty sweet. Y'all, my house is a wreck right now. We're in that phase of just like taking out all of the Christmas stuff and putting away all of the fall stuff. So it is insane in here, but we're gonna get this house all beautiful and ready for Christmas in this video today. So yesterday I shared with you guys, yesterday, I put out an additional video because I went to the Goodwill bins and it was so good. So I needed to show you guys those because it was all Christmas stuff that I got. So we're gonna be decorating with that today, as well as all of the thrifted things that I have collected over the years. You'll see in a minute. And I'm going for a whimsical, nostalgic, vintage look this year. So if you guys missed, I shared my Pinterest board. You can go check that out if you're interested. But there's some new things that I got as well. It's just like a few things on Amazon. Almost everything else is thrifted because that's how we do it. I just noticed there's one more pumpkin over there that I need to grab. And if you hear the wind blowing, it's because I have the windows open. It's currently 66 degrees in Florida right now, which is sweater weather, window open weather. We have to soak it all in while we can because we know it won't last. But I wanted to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Y'all, I'm going to show you what they sent me. It's so beautiful. I'm actually already wearing a pair because I can't be on camera without earrings. So I already opened it up and took a peek and put these on because they are just so beautiful, aren't they? Ana Luisa is a beautiful jewelry brand that crafts stunning pieces at an affordable price. Their pieces start at just $38 per piece, and the more that you buy, the more that you save through bundles. And they can also boast that they are carbon neutral and everything is ethically sourced. So let me show you the packaging that this comes in because I think this would make a really beautiful gift. And they are currently having their Black Friday sale, which is their best all year. So the first piece that I got, there are the ones that I'm wearing. They have like a chunky little cuff and they have this checkered print with the crystals that I think is really beautiful. This is the packaging that it comes in. That's so sweet. And then it opens like a kind of like a matchbox. These are really sweet. They are this sweet little double hoop and they're nice and tiny so they won't, my little baby won't put his finger through them and pull them out of my ears because we're starting to have that problem. This is the other type of packaging and it's really sweet. This could even be used again, for traveling, to put you some jewelry in. These are also some little tiny hoops. I love these. These are probably the tiniest little hoops I've ever owned. So like I said, Ana Luisa is having their biggest sale of the year, so don't miss out. Click the link down in my description so that you can see what beautiful pieces they have. I'll put the names of the ones that I chose as well so that you guys can choose these if you're interested. And let's go ahead and start decorating in here. Some organizing. I need to just organize. I need to figure out what we're working with here. We did a little bit yesterday, me and the boys, and it was just chaos, so I couldn't film. And it was a bribe yesterday to get if I was able to film the Goodwill Bins video, then I was like, we can start decorating for Christmas. So I just hung out with them and we took everything out and it was insane. But let's see what it's looking like. Let me show you the chaos. I told you guys it was bad. Did you believe me? I've got the Goodwill Bins haul from yesterday that you guys saw, and then I've just got an explosion. We opened up some of these, the kids just started going crazy and wanting to see everything. So it's all staged over there against that wall. I've got the Christmas tree is in there. The kids were opening some packages for me. Oh my goodness. Dominic slept out here last night, poor guy. The bed out here is because this is where Dominic is now sleeping when he's on call, which is it's twice a week pretty much, sometimes a little bit more, but he has to sleep out here because if he sleeps with me then I'll wake up. So it's very sweet that he's willing to be out here because now we moved Cassian from our bedroom into his own bedroom in the nursery, and that's where Dominic was sleeping when he was on call. So now we just need to get Cassian, our 7-month-old, able to sleep with the big boys in the boys' room, so then we can have our guest bedroom back and he doesn't have to sleep out here. So it's a process. But I got 3 new things on Amazon, new for this year. And so that's something I wanted last year and I never ended up getting was garlands. I just was trying to find some thrifted, couldn't find them. So I found these on Amazon. I'll link some similar ones, but the ones that I ordered, these are not available anymore. They're Norfolk pine, which I think is really beautiful. Just is like this droopy look, and they're nice and full. I just haven't fluffed this one all the way. That one just came out. 4 of them. Look how beautiful that is. So I have a vision, a vision for these, as well as I have a vision for these. I saw these in a Pinterest picture that has just been living rent free in my mind, and so I want to recreate it. So I ordered some disco ball ornaments. They're really cute. I'll also link these. And then I got an obnoxious, insane amount of velvet. Do you see that? It's 50 feet of velvet. I like this dark red color, and I have an idea to use this. So I'll show you that in just a minute. I think I'm gonna get everything tidied up, put away the bed, and just like put away all the junk that isn't Christmas, and then we can do Christmas and enjoy it. Car. Yep, and I think that's the biggest part. There's a medium and a small. Just like you guys.
I wanted to read to you all a excerpt from Theology of the Home 2, which is one of my favorite little coffee table books. But I've been chatting with you guys about the postpartum anxiety that I've been experiencing since our youngest, Cassian, was born. And so I thought that this little segment really just plays into that and speaks some truth into it. So it is, women seem to be uniquely gifted with the capacity to worry. We worry about the present moment, about the near future, about the future we may never see. And we even manage to worry about things that already happened in the form of regret. When it comes to worrying, we are professionals. Worrying appeals to us because it gives us a sense that we are in control of what might happen, that by thinking through what could happen, we could somehow stave off potential harm or damage.
Miraculously got that up there with baby on my back. What do you guys think? Leaving that facing up kind of makes it look like a basket. I saw Lone Fox do that, and I don't know, I'm gonna let it sit. Then I need to find a blanket that can go in there to cover up the inside.
The passage continues. There can be advantages to thinking problems through and trying to prepare ourselves for whatever may come. But we can often take it to an extreme, leading to decision-making based on fear and anxiety, rather than balance and trust. Worry inevitably leads to overthinking. In her book, Women Who Think Too Much, Susan Nolan Hokusima explains that overthinking is when you go over and over your negative thoughts and feelings, examining them, questioning them, kneading them like dough. Too much overthinking, she explains, saps our creativity and drains our energy. What women experience today is what she calls an epidemic of overthinking that creeps in when we otherwise aren't mentally engaged. As we continue to decorate, I'm going to weave in some of the remedy that this book offers for this type of mindset.
Right, day 3 or 4. This always just takes so long when doing it with kiddos. But we got the tree decorated. Lights into this. Well, I think we can kind of stuff it in there.
I'm someone who loves a messy, sentimental, nostalgic tree. And so this one has all sorts of ornaments that the kids have made that we've collected over the years. And I love it. I have a few balls in there. I skipped the red ones this year and just did the gold ones to keep it nice and simple. And I love the tree topper that we have. I think it's called Capiz Star. My mother-in-law got it and we stuffed lights into it this year, which I thought was really pretty.
And then over here is where the chaos is. I've just kind of been like pulling everything out so that I could sort it and group it. So, well, candlesticks mostly over there. I have some like greenery over here, more picks. I think I need to run to the store and get more picks because I want to do something with those. And then I have some vases that I'm going to stick some Christmas trees down into. Lots of coffee table books, which I always find really useful and helpful. All of my nativity scenes that I decorate with and love and collect. Well, we don't really know. So that was his first bed.
So as you watch me put her about figuring out where everything should go, I'm going to jump back in to the Theology of Home passage that I was reading. So women can ruminate about anything and everything, our appearance, our families, our career, our health. We often feel that this is just part of being a woman, that it's a reflection on our caring, nurturing qualities. She continues, that may be partly true, but overthinking is also toxic for women. It interferes with our ability and motivation to solve problems. It drives friends and family members away, and it can wreck our emotional health. Curiously, Nolan Hokusima did not find overthinking to be an issue for women over a certain age. She introduces a woman named Phyllis as an example, who was of an older generation at the time the book was written. Although Phyllis and others in her generation saw more hot wars, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and sent sons off to fight in them, many of whom did not return, as well as economic hardships and disease, her response, and many women like hers, was not to overthink. When trouble came calling, Phyllis and women of her generation were able to slough off the struggle by offering it up, rather than fixating on it. It seems we have taken worrying to a new level of fixation, compared to previous generations who endured far more stress. That is not to say women haven't always worried. We have. But now, as Nolan Hokusima explains, we worry more because of the moral confusion in which we are immersed, and because of our expectation that we should be able to find a quick fix for all that ails us. The idea of enduring hardship as best we can has become a foreign concept. Worry can feel like a type of protective armor, offering us a defense against whatever may throw at us. The problem is that worrying isn't actually a virtue. Worrying may thicken our skin and act like psychological fists with which we can defend ourselves and our families, but its roots are linked with the concepts of fear and anxiety. Unchecked worry can fuel comparisons to others and open us up to jealousy and envy. Neglect or disinterest in others or our loved ones lies at the opposite end of the spectrum, which is also not a virtue. In just a minute, I'll pick up with this conversation and how worrying can point us to virtue if we do this correctly and channel it through contemplation.
But I got that hung up from the Goodwill bins. I found that, and then I just added some picks that I had and some velvet ribbon. I used one of these thumbtacks that's like flat back or flat head on the back of the frame, and then looped the velvet ribbon to the front to hang it there. I think it looks pretty good. Now I want to do the garland. So I know a lot of people did the trick of like using the tension rod, the shower curtain in the middle. I just don't want to do that. I just don't think it's gonna give me the look that I want, because it'll be like all inside here. Am I wrong? Maybe I should do that. I can't do that. This would be like the longest one ever. I don't think they could go in that far. Like, I don't think it would stay up.
In hindsight, the shower curtain rod probably would have stayed up better than what I did here, which was using command hooks that are not actual like command hook brand, and they did not work, y'all. I don't know where I even found these. They like probably came with some set or something, and they were really old. So I put those up there and it came crashing down, and so I ended up using just like picture hanging nails with the little hook, and it worked great. Yes, it'll leave little holes, but I could fill them. It'll take like 5 minutes to fill them, or I could just leave them and you probably wouldn't even see it at all. So I ended up styling my nativity scenes on this bookshelf, just kind of sprinkling it in with our normal decor, and I love that big red bow that I've added up top.
Good morning. I'm opening up the curtains, and I got a little bit done last night. I was patient and I left the hooks up there last night so that they could harden, and then I can put the garland up today. I have this overwhelming sense of just like needing to get this done because something better, like something important is going to happen, and that it's going to need my attention. I don't know what it is, guys, but I just got this sense of that last night. Like I want to get this done so we can move on, because something is coming, something really good, something, I don't know. I can't explain it, guys. By the time this is posted, maybe something would have happened. I don't know.
The passage continues to describe contemplation as a related activity to worry, but with an entirely different results. It looks similar insofar as an idea of marinating and ruminating over, but the end goal is not a defensive one that asks, how can I avoid being hurt or wounded by this?
I'm going to put a picture here of the Pinterest picture that's been living rent-free in my mind. And I want to recreate it. So I've got these little disco balls that I ordered on Amazon, and then I also ordered that garland that was something new, and so let's see if I can make this happen.
Rather, contemplation is the effort to see where God is present in this situation, to see what He is doing, to see how He is providing for our needs and the needs of others. It elicits a kind of wonder, even in those situations of great obscurity, to marvel at what the Lord is doing at that time and with these circumstances, even if we can't always make out a rhyme or reason. We read over and over again in Scripture how Mary pondered all of these things in her heart, Pondering is a synonym for contemplation. We do not read, Our Lady stayed up all night and worried. We can learn from her perfect witness that worry is not meant to be a default position, but rather can be transformed into something fruitful and productive by opening ourselves up to the wonder that is at hand. The Psalms tell us one who ponders the Lord night and day will bear great fruit in due season. The first psalm reads, On his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields fruit in its season. In all that he does, he prospers. Psalm 1, 2 through 3. Fruit and pondering are not unrelated.
Okay, I'm ignoring the half-folded laundry going on over here, but let's focus on this. I think we can decorate this to make it nice and cute. This covers up all of our outlets, but the hats kind of got moved up a little bit. So it covers them up if we have them in their position, but husbands don't always understand the assignment.
This passage is about to offer the essential ingredient, I'll say, that is needed to combat worry and anxiety. But first, it has a beautiful passage on how Christ offers the woman at the well living water, a water that will not leave one thirsting. Pondering the will of God, the goodness of God, the perfection of God flushes out the imperfections of our own souls so that we can come to know him better. And by knowing him better, we come to love him more. We see our smallness in comparison to his enormity. We feel our weakness compared to his omnipotence. All of these things keep us grounded, focused, humble, and aware of his providence in all things. We can do nothing without him. This living water cleanses our thoughts, minds, spirits, desires, and intentions, making us better soil to allow the will of God to increase in our souls. So I'm going to share what the book describes as the critical ingredient and the critical piece for contemplation to avoid the worry and anxiety, but I'm going to share that during the reveal clips. But you are not going to do what I just did here using these awful command hooks that weren't even command hook brand. So just go straight for the nails. This came crashing down and I had to redo this. I'm just warning you.
Are you going to hit your head? Yes. Stuck. So I really like it, but I do wish I had another one so that I could like make it go down a little bit further, but that's okay. Maybe next year I'll invest in more. But I do have these little clay stars that I made last year. They're out of like this like baking soda stuff. I showed making them last week, but I think that I'll kind of like intertwine them in there maybe, just to give it something else. It needs something else, and I don't have like any picks. Red berries or something would be perfect, but you have to use what you have sometimes. That looks good. That's cute. Okay, these little red things fell off the wreath that I put into the kitchen. So I'm gonna add them. I always save stuff like this. Even like my aunt has sent us some wreaths, like real wreaths over the years, and I always just like take the stuff out that's like fake like this and keep it, because you never know. You can always add it to something. Just add a little bit of something. We did it. We are to the end of this video. I'm about to show you some clips, but I just have some pillows that I want to put out, and I wanted to circle back because I think I said on here that I had this sense that something was coming. Like I needed to be done with this so that I could move on and be prepared, because like something else was going to need my attention and my time. And I think it was just some surprise play dates and getting to see some moms that like are so dear to me that I got to see. And so it kind of just fell into place, like it happened, and we have Gideon home with us, and it's just been like such a nice, good week. So we've just been savoring that, and really with this decorating, I am going with my favorite motto that is done is better than perfect. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Done is better than perfect, and let's get on with the memories. And I saw something where it's like it was a quote on Instagram. It was just simple. It was like, kids won't remember how Christmas looked, but they'll remember how it felt. Let's do better grammar than that. All right, let me show you these pillows, and then we'll get some ending clips. Got this one at the Goodwill bins, and I usually hide it with another pillowcase, so I just took that pillowcase off. And then I will put this one here that I made. I'll just put like the red one facing forward. No, I think I want the white to kind of look good with that. We'll put that one here. I just got a few little reveal clips, so I'm going to share those with you. That blank wall over there is going to change like in 2 days. I found a piece. Actually, my mother-in-law found a piece for me to go there, and I'm so excited about it. So we're picking it up. It's a bit of a drive to get it, and it's more of an investment than we normally do for furniture. We usually like cheap out and get really like nice furniture, but we wait until it's like dirt cheap. We always find it on Marketplace. So this is a beautiful piece though, and I think it's gonna be perfect. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys very soon. So make sure you are subscribed. I so appreciate all of your comments. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this one, and if you want to see a full home tour, because I've actually sprinkled in Christmas decor into each of our bedrooms just because I had enough of it. I did order, a little bit more this year than I normally, that I have in the past, but I'm gonna keep using those things forever and ever. So I think that you guys will really enjoy that home tour, and I'll probably do like a little Advent reflection or Christmas reflection during that as well. And last thing before I show you these clips, do not forget to check out Ana Luisa's Black Friday sale. It is the best all year, and you guys are going to love the pieces. I have loved mine. I pretty much have not taken mine off, and it's been like a week, but they're great. I just absolutely love the look and the functionality, that they're waterproof and everything. Enjoy these clips, and I will see you in the next one. Have a very blessed week. Bye, guys.
So we are finally now to the remedy to worry and anxiety and the necessary ingredient to contemplation. If you're anything like me, you might roll your eyes what I'm about to next say, which is just from the book, I promise. I'm not interjecting myself into this, but I will say that this is definitely extremely hard for me. And if you are right here in this boat, then, it's hard for both of us. We're in the same boat. But the authors describe silence as the critical piece for contemplation. But finding silence can be an elusive quest in our noisy world. Being pulled in so many directions by noise leads to a life lived on the surface, which keeps us from a peaceful union with God and exposes us to worry. Worry can also lead us to seek out noise, since noise can serve as a distraction. Some of the most prone to worry people I've known find silence unsettling once their kids have left the nest, even to the point of keeping a television on throughout the day just to have background noise. This speaks to exterior circumstances, but interior silence is a reality we are also called to foster. Rather than flitting along on the surface of things, being pulled this way and that, a soul with interior silence can be at peace, regardless of outside circumstances. We can maintain a presence of God as though we were diving down beneath the waves of a turbulent ocean to experience the beauty and calm beneath the surface. Saint Josemaria Escriva encourages maintaining this presence of God as an essential key to living with Him in this world. I'll leave you with this quote by Saint Josemaria Escriva, which says, "These pious practices will lead you almost without you realizing it to contemplative prayer. Your soul will pour forth more acts of love, aspirations, acts of thanksgiving, acts of atonement, spiritual communions. And this will happen while you go about your ordinary duties, while you answer the telephone, get on a bus, open a door or close a door, pass in front of a church. You will find yourself referring everything you do to your Father, God." If you've made it this far in this video, then thank you. I'm sure I will probably lose some followers just by speaking these words, but this is something I was just convicted and wanted to share with you guys during my quiet time. So I hope that you guys will set aside just a little bit of time in this busy season, set aside a little bit of time each day to connect and remember the importance of this season and the reason why we do it all.